Konnichiwa, viewers. Welcome to another episode of Kyoto by Night, The Second Breath. Tonight we will pick up with Pink Fox, fresh from her interactions at the Festival of the 47 Ronin. She headed out and was going to do some proper respect from her previous encounters. So, Pink Fox, tell us what it was that you were getting taken care of.
Basically, as she had done during her second meeting with Musashi-san, Musashi Dono, Pink Fox enacted the prayer for taking life, specifically for the victims that of Masaru when she took him out during his Shadow Soul period. She does this as a matter of courtesy, both to save herself from the wrath of any potential angry ghosts and also for Masaru. You know, him being as young and as unenlightened as he is, one can't exactly blame him for losing himself to his Poe. At least not in the way, well, at least given the circumstances of his existence, but nevertheless, there is a matter of courtesy and obligations which someone of her Dharma and her particular direction needs to give to the spirits, even though it is not necessarily her purview. It's simply a matter of courtesy, and it's a matter of making sure that there's less angry ghosts out there, because, you know, angry ghosts can really make people's lives upset. You know, it's just the way things are. But nevertheless, yes. Once she's done that, Pink Fox will go to a place of business, the Bottoms Up nightclub / strip club / place of ill repute, depending on your interpretation of it, with the intent of going to work, and also considering the performance that she got at the Festival of the 47 Ronin, it's very likely, maybe not, maybe, she may have attracted the attention of a yang spirit of some description, because, you know, that was a very good dance that she did. Nevertheless, you know, she'll go about her business as usual, and eventually, at some point, she'll flip on Yang's site and start to try and peer over the other side of the wall.
Okay, so let's get our perception and occult roll. Difficulty will be 7.
1 success.
Okay.
Bare minimum.
And let's see what we've got going on here. Okay. And so there is a lot of emotions running high, obviously, due to the nature of the building. It seems it's very contained and specific emotions and energies, as the music and the performances are geared to incite lust and desire. So that is where the source of the yang energy that's happening here is coming from. However, there is also a specific yang spirit that seems a little bit lost and is attempting to find its way, as it's lost. It's just basically kind of going around in circles, and it looks like it's a little bit scared, a little bit malnourished.
Would I be able to do like an intelligence occult roll to try and figure out what kind of spirit this is?
Yeah, you make intelligence occult.
Okay. 3 successes.
Okay. it does look like an older minor spirit, nature spirit actually, which could be why it seems a little bit frightened, as it is far from a place of nature.
This may be coming out the left field, as I know I've said that a lot to you during our scenes, but is this the same or similar spirit to what I encountered in the forest?
No, no, it wouldn't. But
No.
it would. The forest, obviously, being a natural place, it's logical that you would go to that point, because Pink Fox would probably not have a lot of direct experience dealing with nature. So,
Okay. All right. Where exactly is the spirit located? Is it likely located on the stage, in the bar area, in one of the booths?
it seems to be circling around the stage, which is where the yang energy is kind of coalescing, kind of like a mist on the other side of the wall. It's collecting like dew along the stage, so from time to time you can kind of see the spirit lapping at some of the yang energy that's coalescing into droplets upon the stage in the on the Mirrorlands.
Okay. I'm going to roll Hun to try and... Is there anywhere feasibly that I could, like, coincide, that Pink Fox could coincide herself with and start talking to it without anyone, or at least talk to it for a few seconds or whatever, to get it to go someplace else, so that no one can, will look, why, think, why is she talking to herself?
You could do a performance, a manipulation performance roll, difficulty 7, to just try to incorporate your movements or your actions or singing to yourself, however you want to try to pass it off as just being kind of part of the act or part of what you're doing.
Okay. Wow.
And you managed to pull it off very well.
Okay.
So yeah, nobody's giving you any suspicious looks or anything. And we do need the Hun roll.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll probably just, while she's doing all the movements and things like that, she'll just kind of try to get the spirit's attention by saying, "Hey, nature spirit, what are you doing?"
It'll look at you and where am I?
You're in a city. What were you looking for?
My home used to be here. My home used to be somewhere, but I don't know where it is now. Everything seems so strange. The spiders are not very friendly, and nobody will talk to me.
Oh, I'll talk to you. I don't think this place has been, a forest-like for many, many years. Have you
It
been in slumber?
feels like many, many years.
What can I do to help you?
I need to find my way back home. I can't find the way out. The lines are wrong here. I can't find the way out the door.
I'll help you find the way. and Pink Fox will finish the rest of her routine, and presumably at some point, depending on what exactly she was doing, she'll, probably get clothes back on and then go out to the on the on the floor, as it were, and go back to the spirit. Follow me. I'll help you get out the door.
Okay. And okay, so he doesn't follow directly behind you. He's kind of shuffling and stumbling a little bit as he goes along, but he does go behind you and following his way out. Everything's so crooked and wrong.
Oh. What kind of nature spirit are you? Where did you come from?
It was so long ago. And tunnels. I remember tunnels. I remember the lines being proper. Now the lines are all crooked.
Can I do an enigmas roll on that?
Yes. Wits enigmas.
Oh, wits enigmas. Okay, I'll add an extra 5.
Okay.
Someone mess with the Joss in my room.
There you go.
I don't usually get this good rolls.
That is along the lines of what he's talking about. He is most definitely referring to the architecture of the building and the fact that there's no feng shui. There is no kind of organization that's done to appease the spirits with the way this building or neighboring buildings are. So a lost spirit would have difficulty finding its way out because nothing's flowing in the right direction within the buildings.
Yeah, immediately Pink Fox is going to twig on that. So you think if we arranged the feng shui of the building, it would be better? Not just for you, but for everyone.
Oh yes, such things need to be better. It's wrong if it's not. Wrong if the lines are wrong.
And so hopefully Pink Fox will be able to get them out the door without much trouble. Do you need any more help to find your way back to the forest?
I don't know. Is it far? Is there bad lines?
I don't really know the spirit realms that well. I was fated to be more in the mortal realm than in the spirit worlds. But I do have friends in the spirit realm who will help you if I ask them.
I could use help because everything seems wrong. It does still seem crooked. Nothing's going right. At least, can you direct me to a river? I can follow a river and go from there.
Would Pink Fox be able to feasibly figure out where the nearest river is?
Yes. I'll let you make another Wits Enigmas roll, though.
Okay. Yeah, someone's definitely messed up with feng shui in my room.
He's referring to dragon lines. He's looking for a chi river.
Oh. And the closest chi river would be.
I don't believe you have that knowledge.
No, I suppose common sense would say most likely dragon nest.
Yes. If you could lead him back to the temple, and then that would probably at least be a good juncture point where he might be able to find his way to where he needs to go.
Yeah, that's a feasible idea. Assuming that no one's going to miss me.
Okay.
I say assuming.
Yeah, you can make your way back to the temple unmolested, and you don't get phone calls from your boss or anything. And yeah, as you approach, he seems to be kind of, the closer you get to the temple, then the more certain he gets with his steps, the straighter he walks. And by the time you get to the temple, he seems very much confident and sure of where he's going and what he's doing. Yes, thank you. The river is here. The lake is here. I should be able to find my way where I should be. Thank you.
Well, and she'll give like a slight bow to the spirit.
And he'll.
My name is Pink Fox.
Thank you, Pink Fox. I'm not sure if I remember my name, but if I see you, I will remember you, hopefully. You have made me better.
I wish you well on your journey, and I hope that you won't get lost again.
Thank you. He'll kneel, kind of nuzzle down and appear to be bowing at your feet before scampering off up the steps of the temple.
Now that he's gone, Pink Fox will probably get back to the club. But along the way, she's probably going to have a little bit of a think. Feng Shui, and obviously she has absolutely no clue whatsoever about how to arrange a club with the Feng Shui, you know. So there's probably a few people she could probably ask about that.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll need to find somebody who can actually do that.
Actually, you did say that, but before you do any of that, you did say that Pink Fox attracted the attention of a yang spirit during the performance, didn't he?
At the temple?
Yeah, at the temple.
I don't recall that, so maybe I was trying to say the ancestor. I don't know. No. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I don't remember specifically saying that. So,
no worries about it then.
Okay. But yeah, the yeah, to find somebody who can help with feng shui, there is individuals. I mean, it's still a pretty legitimate business overall in Japan still. So I mean, you could even find a mortal that would be able to assist.
Yeah. No, that throws common sense, at least from the Quajian's perspective. I would likely suggest that I would need a west-facing kaki of some description, preferably one who knew a lot about yang spirits.
Yes, preferably, or at the very least, somebody who. Well, I mean, there's a discipline called feng shui, and tapestry as well would also be useful. So either of those two disciplines would be helpful and useful in that regard.
Yes, the only one that I remember the ancestor did say that, and if you had any questions about spirits or issues with spirits, you would talk to Kikujiharu, was it?
Gakusha, yeah, the bone flower would, and yeah, he is accessible at a tea house in the geisha district.
Right. Well, I do believe it would be sensible to go back and finish our shift as quickly as possible. If that is any way feasible, and no one, would mind. We've taken a few liberties with work.
Well, you were able to do a very good job the other day in talking yourself into going home early, so you've got a little extra pull with the big boss right now. So you get a couple of looks from coworkers and the bouncer when you come back, but nobody really says anything.
Yes, because sanctity. Yeah, and Pink Fox will go on the rest of their shift until time to clock out, and then I think it's about time to go pay. How do you pronounce that name again?
Gakusha?
Kukuja, a visit.
Okay. And yeah, so let's switch over here. There we go. Yeah, so the tea house, you've got yang sight up. The wall is thin, so it's a lot easier for you to be able to see across the barrier here. It's not the site of a dragon's nest, but the wall is thin enough that you would almost think so. With yang sight, you would see a lot of minor spirits, like not even intelligent spirits, that would be kind of flitting in the area, like yang butterflies and whatnot. You don't see hardly any of the technological spirits, though. You've got the spiders following the electrical lines and stuff, but you're not seeing a lot of modern influence in the area. So, and yeah, the Kyuji Gakusha is there in a meditative pose.
Pink Fox will, respectfully start to approach them. Just check to see that no one else is around, because reasons, and also politeness. And she'll just kind of probably have to wait a little while until they're regarded, because
After a little bit of a wait, Gakusha will open one of his eyes and look at you and nod.
Kikuja-san, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Nothing that can wait on. It's Pink Fox, correct?
Yes.
Nice to see you again so soon. What merits this visit?
Soren-san told me that you were the one to speak to with regards to spirits if I ever had a problem with them that I felt I could not handle on my own. At a place that I have a vested interest in, I've noticed that the spirits are having difficulty moving around. The chi lines are crooked, and it's caused one of them, a nature spirit, to be trapped. I had to take it back to the temple in order to find a river for it to find its way home. To put simply, the feng shui in the club is wrong.
What do you propose for a solution?
I know that there are certain disciplines, tapestry, and even our own version of feng shui that we could use to realign the lines of chi. I unfortunately don't have this discipline. Otherwise, I would not have come here and disturbed you. If you wish, I could always look for another with access to these disciplines.
The knowledge is unfortunately becoming a lost art as technology gives way to the proper ways of the past. New buildings are not built with the care of the spirits in mind. There are many things that can be done to assist. Some are easier than others. Some require a lot more effort. Have you made any attempts to fix this?
I was able to get the spirit back onto the river, as I mentioned, but I'm afraid that not knowing where to start is the real issue here. Because if I did, and if I knew where I did need to start, as I said, I would not have come here to disturb you.
A grain of rice will sprout in sand, but not grow to its full height. You need a foundation to prepare yourself to learn what you need to know. So find out what you can do now And in preparing this site, you will make it easier for both you and the site for what needs to be done in the future.
Okay. Thank you, Vikusha-san.
But of course, if you need education, if you have no foundation to assist, I do have a ritual I can direct you to, which can help you in getting the foundation prepared.
Okay. I'll see what I can do first. If I fail to find that I can locate the proper foundation, then I will come back to you if that is okay.
But of course, it is my place in the Great Wheel to provide guidance and mediation should you need any mediation between you and others.
Unless there's anything you have to ask of me, I think I should ask if I can be excused.
Very well.
And Pink Fox will leave the geisha house and probably proceed back to home, because I don't think that Pink Fox is really in a position to try and figure out. She could probably maybe do a wit and enigmas or
Yeah.
a con roll to try and figure out wits.
Yeah, do wits enigmas. It's what most people end up having to roll when they're done talking with the bone flowers.
Well, I think my luck was going to run out eventually.
She's a little stumped right now.
Yeah, she walks out and she goes, probably mentally to herself, "What the fuck was that about?"
Yeah. What an asshat. I asked for help and she talked me in circles.
He, she, it.
Yes.
They do remind me of Mana from Malice Miser, though. Except they talk a lot more.
Yeah. Well, they're not supposed to talk that much, but he does keep in mind that when he's dealing with people outside the Dharma or new to the Dharma, you need a little bit more words then.
Okay. All right, so even though we have absolutely no idea what Mr. Boneflower, Miss It Boneflower, they can change their shape just as much as we can. Considering what they, regardless of what they said, from what she'd seen of her workplace, the Yanks, at least the chi lines and everything like that, I think we can safely say that the only way to affect that stuff would be to, as I said, tapestry, that ritual. But on the mundane side, probably, I'm thinking moving stuff, just generally moving stuff about or changing colours or anything like that, because my knowledge of Feng Shui is quite minimal.
Yeah.
I can always do an intelligence or a wit or some sort of roll.
Yeah, you could do intelligence occult.
Okay. No, 2 success.
Okay. Yeah, so basic mortal understanding of Feng Shui. involves, not just the shape of the architecture, but also, like furniture placement, coloration, so coloring, lighting, um, so depending upon how badly affected it is, you might need, if it's like a total screw over, you might need to do like a full renovation, but it could be just as much as little tweaks here and there. Um, you got more than one success, so you could also use spirits to help you by getting their feedback. So if you try to do something, if you had a spirit that would be able to let you know whether you're having a positive or a negative impact, then that would make it a little bit easier as well too.
Okay. Right. And this can be pretty much any spirit, right?
Yeah, anything that you would be able to communicate with. So
I probably should have asked this when I was actually, when Pink Fox was actually in the club, but would Pink Fox have been able to like identify, aside from the poor nature spirit that got stuck in there, would they have been able to identify the different spirits which were in that particular club?
yeah, there would have been, there's like a lot of the little weaver spiders, like what you had seen when you were at the downtown station. As well, there would have been a lot of communication sprites. So little, whether it's, from the cell phones as well as from, the Wi-Fi in the building, there'd be little communication sprites that would be flittering about. And, so I mean, it's not like a heavy concentration because the wall is a little bit high there. So not as high for technological spirits, but still high enough that it wouldn't necessarily be a comfortable location. But there, you did see. So the communication sprites would probably be intelligent enough to talk with. The weaver spiders, not as much. So
Yes. It's a lucky thing she's got one in her phone.
yeah.
Right. If that's kind of an idea. Pink Fox will probably take her phone out and probably, if she can, with her hunt still. Does she have to roll it specifically for each specific spirit, or just like?
Nah, it'll be up for the scene. So
Yes, she's probably going to use that to try and communicate with the com sprite in her phone, if we can feasibly think as such. Or alternatively, can have a word with Fallon 7.
okay.
Whichever's more convenient.
I guess it's up to her on what she wants to try.
Yeah, I think maybe the communication sprite would be the first one, because the communication sprite's actually been in that building.
Okay. And what she saying? Trying to.
She's basically, hey, I know this may be a task, but do you remember the building that we were just in? The one with all the lights, the music, the crooked chi.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to rearrange the feng shui to make it easier for spirits to move around in it.
Yeah.
That nature spirit may not have been the first one that got trapped in there. I don't think it's going to be the last if we don't do anything about this. What would you suggest we need to do?
Uh, uh, more landing zones, more flowers, more flowers to sit on.
More flowers.
Yes, more better for us sprites. Um, that better good.
By landing zone flowers, I'm assuming they mean the actual landing zone, actual flowers.
You can make your wits enigmas.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. One success.
Okay. It's trying to communicate. It's trying to communicate with you, and you guys don't necessarily share common language. It's not meaning literal flowers any more than this is an actual literal butterfly. So it's trying to refer to something that would kind of be the equivalent of a cyber flower, I guess, for want of a better word.
Okay. Yeah, Pink Fox is going to try and make some notes of this thing, just so she can probably consult with someone else or look at it at a later date, because of reasons. Anything else, or do you think you'd need to speak with the, the other spirits of the place first?
I could ask. If you wanted, if you sent me to ask, you need me to go somewhere to ask?
How about this? Go to Fallon 7. Tell her what the problem is, and tell her I want to help the spirits of that building to rearrange it in a way that the feng shui will be easier for all of them.
Okay, I can do that.
She will help organize this thing. I don't want to put any more a burden on you than is necessary.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
And once she's organized, if she agrees, and once she's organized everything that needs to be done, tell her she can contact me as soon as she can, and I'll start to make arrangements to get this matter settled.
Yeah, sound good.
Thank you. And Pink Fox will probably, well, assuming that she's in an isolated enough place where she can actually do this, she'll reward the little communication sprite in her phone with a point of Yang-Chi.
Ooh,
Encouragement.
exactly. It very much, it takes a long time for it to sap that up, but it does definitely appreciate the offering that you provide, and then yeah, it'll flit about with its bringing its point of communication for you. And is there anything else that you were wanting to try to achieve this evening?
No, I think we're pretty much done everything that I needed to do.
Okay. In that case, then, I believe we can say sayonara to our viewers. Probably
And we
one of
have
the...
viewers.
And we have, yes. So thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing what befalls this pathway as Pink Fox attempts to get more involved with the spirit realms. Sayonara.
Sayonara.